Holy crap, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? What's up, Wyoming? How's everything going?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing out in
I am I am
Chicago?
I am tired, man. I'm tired. I'm tired as fuck. Had a 5 hour radio show, then drove all the way down here for another show, and now I am with Wyoming.
Hey,
Wyoming.
so how do you think I feel? I was doing fine until about 7 o'clock last night, where some moron texted me and said, "Hey, you got to be on the YouTube at 1 o'clock in the afternoon your time."
I hear you, man. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Hey, well, you know what the thing is? I always lose track of. I don't even know. See, the thing is, I use a couple of different softwares. So when
Yeah,
I'm
for
at
what?
my studio,
Uh,
uh, I am I forget what the hell I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm having different problems. The uh, when when I use what the heck software we Streamyard.
Yeah.
Uh, I learned a long time ago. I only use it with Chrome,
Hmm.
and like I don't use Chrome for anything except when I need to have 100% compatible vanilla browser. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
because you got to figure all the websites work with Chrome,
Hmm.
and I usually use Firefox, and I've got all kinds of ad blockers and everything set up on Firefox, and
Hmm.
that works for me. I haven't seen an ad on YouTube for I don't know how many years. I don't see ads if I watch NBC.com or
Right.
Paramount
Right.
Plus or whatever. So, but when I need everything to work, like
Hmm.
this StreamYard, I always go to Google and I don't change anything in Google. It's all vanilla. And
Right. Right. Right.
now all of a sudden, every damn time I go to Chrome and I log into StreamYard, it does something to my microphone,
Mm.
and I have to sit here and play with it.
Right.
And of
Right.
course, I'm trying to fix it last minute, so I don't really know what the heck I did to fix it. I
Right.
think
Right. Right.
because I was going so fast and try, because I'm trying every audio input on my list,
Hmm.
and suddenly one of them starts working. Okay, I'm done. I'll get on with Mark. But yeah, I don't know what's going on because I'm not changing anything, you know, and it's driving me nuts. So
All in the queue. Hey, I got to say hello to all in the queue. Hey, all in the queue. How you doing, partner? How's everything going? Just doing a show with a very, 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 very good friend of mine from Wyoming. Wyoming is in the house. Yeah. So that's your problem, man. I mean, I had different. I had software issues. I always had software issues where the problem is half the shit doesn't work with Mac. The other half doesn't work
yeah,
with PC.
yeah,
Okay, so I consulted my buddy who does uh, a syndicated show at WLS in Chicago, and he said, "Mark, I got a fix for you. I got a
yeah.
fix for you." I said, "What's the fix, man?" He goes, "Well, go to Chrome. Do Chrome. You won't have any problems." And let me tell you something. The day I went to Chrome, never had a problem. I got an 8 channel mixer. I got eight speakers going, 8 headphones going. I got freaking 8 cameras going now. No lag, and everything is fantastic.
Uh huh.
Everything is fantastic. The problem comes with the drivers. It's the goddamn drivers that have the problem, and sometimes they don't work with most of the software. Well, you saw how many problems I had. Remember?
Well, the driver problem. I mean, that you're bringing back nightmares because years ago, when everybody switched to Windows 10,
Yeah.
you know, Windows 10 is famous for forcing updates on you,
Oh, I hate
and
Windows 10.
they were forcing driver updates.
Yep.
Okay, so like my friend, who's a computer genius, and he's a veteran of what's it? Jet Propulsion Labs and everything, did programming
Mm-hmm.
over there. He's got some old computers, he got some new computers, and
Mm-hmm.
he had his computers running with older peripherals like scanners and stuff
Mm-hmm.
that so they stopped making drivers. You got an old scanner. Okay,
Right, right,
they said we're not going to make a driver for Windows 10,
right,
but he was running Windows 10, and the Windows 8.1 driver was fine
right,
until one day until Microsoft one day said we're not going to allow you to run those old drivers anymore. You have to run.
yeah,
They just so you update your system and it replaces all your drivers, and all of a sudden your printer doesn't work and everything else.
right,
So I'm trying to figure out. You're not running PCs, but Windows 10 end of life is in October of this year.
right, right.
That means they stopped supporting it.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate
And
it.
I
I hate it.
and I hate and my friend Mike, who was the Jet Propulsion Lab guy, I met him in the mid '80s, and he taught me some lessons. Like, number one, if your computer is working and it's doing, we're talking about business applications, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or studio like yours. If it's working, don't fucking change anything. Don't
Right,
upgrade it. Okay, which is why our ATM network in the United States is still running on Windows 7. If it
right,
works, don't screw with it. And you only update a program if it's 100% necessary for your business operations, and you shoot yourself before you upgrade your operating system, like going from Windows 10 to Windows 11.
mm-hmm.
And then I got everything set up the way I want. Everything is running fine, and now I'm looking forward to end of life for Windows 10.
Right,
So I've got, and as of yesterday, 61% of the PCs in the world are still running Windows 10. And Windows 11 has been out for years, so nobody wants to upgrade to it. And they're trying to force people to upgrade to it, but they need they have certain hardware requirements,
right, right.
and they have a TPM module. It's a little circuit that's on your motherboard, which my computer doesn't have.
Mm.
So they say, well, if you don't have the TPM module version 2.0, you can't upgrade to Windows 11. And of course, now there are workarounds, and even Microsoft is saying, yeah, you can use this workaround, but not really. We won't guarantee it. And so I'm going to have two choices. I can buy a year's worth when October rolls around. I'll be able to buy a year's worth of not. Now I get updates and I get security updates. So
Right.
after October, there are no more updates to the operating system, but I'll be able to buy a year's worth of security updates for $30. That's probably what I'm going to do. I've
Holy shit.
come up with a couple of workarounds, but it's a
Right,
mess.
right. Yeah, I don't want to buy no upgrades. I don't want to buy no upgrades. I helped another one of my friends. She started a podcast with. She started a podcast that's similar to what whatever podcast is.
Whatever.
No. There's a podcast named whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like something similar to what we do. But today my girls are off. Nobody's here. Nobody's in the
Yeah.
studio.
Uh-huh.
They're working, so we're going to be. The girls will be back next week. I have been busier than a. Uh, I've been busy. So anyway, traveling all over and just tired, man. Tired and exhausted.
Uh-huh.
So I set up the studio for my friend, and she goes, Mark, this is my budget, and this is what I want you to set up.
Uh-huh.
I just don't want to have any problems because hold on one second. Hold on one
Yeah.
second.
Gotcha.
Hello.
Hello, Mark, please.
Hey, Phil, how you doing, brother?
And Mark is off the air. No one knows what Mark does when he turns off the microphone. He could be talking to a customer,
Goes from
B,
9 to 12.
a client, C, a supplier. We won't say what kind of supplier. D, an ex-girlfriend. E, an ex-wife. F, his clergyman. G, his psychiatric advisor. It's a mystery. Is anyone out in the audience a lip reader? If so, please post what Mark is saying in the chat. He He seems invested in the conversation.
I'm back. I'm back.
Nobody cares.
I know. I know. No, that was actually Gateway Classic Cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they saw the new issue of the magazine and they love it. They love it. They absolutely love it. So they need about 100 copies. I said, all right, I'll pass by tomorrow. Oh man, I'm so tired. Did you see the new one? Look, I got an autographed copy from our superstar. Here, where am I? Which I don't even know which camera I'm in. There we go. You see it?
That's the camera.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So that's over here. Yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time at the World of Wheels, man. I swear to God, I don't want to look at another fucking classic car for at least about a week and a half. Seen so many, I'm going nuts. So now it's election time. Hey, listen. When I was on the phone, did you hear? Could you hear me or did I
No,
have? Oh, good, good.
no. You
Uh,
blew the mic once for about half a second.
oh, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, this is the thing. So anyway, so she asks me. She goes, Mark. I hate it when they start the sentence with Mark. You know what I'm saying? They got you right there, right? She goes, Mark, I need a studio. I saw yours. I'm jealous. I want to set one up for me. And she called some audio company in Chicago, right? So they came over. They sent her a rep, right?
Yeah.
This fucking rep. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. This fucking rep gave her an estimate of about $8,000.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Are you crazy?
Well, I mean, it's okay. I mean, we all charge what we charge.
No, 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 no. And I understand. I understand. I understand. And then in Chicago, and they want to
Yeah,
go.
but the point is, it's whether or not it's like you're about 25 years ago. I was managing a medical building in Santa Monica, about 50,000 square feet,
Right.
all rented out to doctors from UCLA, and the owner wanted to, and this is 25, 27 years ago. The
Mhm.
owner wanted to put up security cameras
Right.
that he could access by logging in to on the internet.
Mhm.
In other words, he wanted to be able to take his laptop out on the
Right.
beach,
Right.
Cancun, and log in and take a look at his building, see if it's still standing. Right?
That was when? That was 25 years ago, right?
27 years ago, something like that. And
Holy shit.
so we went out and got estimates, and they were at $50,000, $60,000.
Right.
And then my partner and I, we looked at each other, and we could do this.
Yeah.
And we did it for 12.5.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
we made
No,
2,500.
that's
It's,
what happened. So she asked around. She asked around, and then finally, hey, one thing I want to ask you: how's the sound?
sounds fine. Fine.
Okay. Do you see this new goddamn microphone that I'm using?
I see a goddamn microphone.
And the man, this is a beauty. This is like it reminds me of those the
Well,
time
is it a real microphone or is it a look-alike?
when radio was. I'm asking. Listen, I know you're a sound the field, bunciatore. Uh, this is why I'm asking you. How is my sound? How is the sound?
The sound is fine.
The reverberation of my vocal cords. How are they coming out? Is everything good? Does
Well,
everything
let's put it
sound?
this way.
Yes.
You sound 10 times better than you do in real life.
Son of a bitch.
That's
You
what you want.
just made me very happy. No, this is not the real microphone. The real there we go. We got pasta. Pasta is in the house, you know.
Yeah.
We got pasta. Okay, the real microphone is from Shure.
Yeah.
And the real microphone is $388.
That would be like what, a Shure 58, I think.
No, Shure 58 is about $150.
Yeah.
That, of course, that actually is one of the best microphones in the world, the Shure 58. Now, the ones I use in the studio, are the Zoom microphones, which I don't know if you can see right here, the Zoom microphones. I have 8 of these scattered all around for the guests with headphones. Those are pretty nice. Those are the ones the girls use.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make them jealous, and I bought me this. So this just gives me that. And the perfect thing is, you know what? This is gonna go good with, Larry.
What's it going to go good with?
This microphone is gonna go perfect because remember George Michael had the thing. If I'm wearing
Fuck you.
the Ray-Ban Generals, right, sitting right here with I'm telling you, with the Trump hat and a leather jacket,
You know what I'm
and
gonna do?
yeah,
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a picture of those Ray-Ban Generals,
yeah,
print out the picture
yeah.
on glossy photo paper, cut it out, and send you the cutout.
Ah, shit. Anyway. So yeah, I was looking for a nice microphone, and I came across this thing on eBay. Sorry, on Amazon. I'm like, shit, I don't know, man. Is it working? Is it not working? There were a lot of mixed reviews. Then I said, wait a minute. If it doesn't work, I can always send it back, right? I mean, so what?
Yeah.
So I ordered it. Today is actually the first time I'm using it, and huh?
You see, this is a little old school, and I like it because you look back at Johnny Carson.
Right.
Carson had a mic similar to that on his desk.
Right.
It wasn't plugged in.
Yeah.
They used overhead boom mics.
Yeah. No. This one is definitely.
But it's like, but a microphone like that on a stand on your desk,
right?
That's the sign of a pro.
Thank you
Oh,
very much. Thank you.
uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
I hate this articulated bullshit. Where people are pulling
Yeah.
microphones in front of them and they're all hanging from the ceiling and shit.
Mm. Well, this microphone here, you can actually it's actually meant to hang. So this thing is about upside
Well,
down.
yeah, you can. You can do it either way.
Oh, pasta! About time you guys are on, bro. We're trying to come on. Yeah, I know. I was off for a long time. We are starting a new. I had some problems, so we are starting a new studio fund. I may be moving into a new studio, so I need help from all the fuckers out there. Yeah, I'll tell you about it
Indeed.
later. Anyway, listen to this. So she goes, Mark, I need your help, blah, blah, blah. I said, all right, I'll help you, like you always do. You help your friends.
Right.
Shit, my flashlight is stuck. Okay. So she came over, she saw my setup and she goes, holy shit, man. Wow, that is out of the world because I did everything.
Yeah.
I set up everything. I set up the monitors, I set up the cameras, the cables, the cords. I said, listen, if you're setting up a podcasting studio, all right, you are going to spend money. Okay, I'm not charging you anything because you're a very, very dear friend of mine. But you're gonna buy a fucking camera. You're gonna buy the goddamn cables. The cameras don't come with USB and HDMI cables. You still got to buy that.
Oh
You
yeah.
got to buy. You got and these new cameras that they have coming out now that are shitting out 4K. Most of these cameras are not compatible with old laptops or MacBooks. I'm a perfect example. None of it works on the other computers. So
Oh
what do
no,
we
not
do? What
only
do we
that,
do?
but you go 4K and all of a sudden we're not broadcasting in 4K.
Absolutely, you're not even broadcasting in 4K. I
Yeah.
mean, the
And, and, and,
StreamYard.
oh, and which one of these fuckers in the chat has got a 4K monitor that he's watching this on right now?
I don't know.
Nobody.
I don't know.
The,
No, I don't
look,
know anybody
the
that's
most
got a 4K monitor.
the most popular monitor to this day still is the
1080p.
10. No, it's 1020. Was it 1020 something by 768 pixels? It's the lower resolution. That's still the most popular monitor out there.
I love it. I love it. So anyway, coming back to this girl, I said the complete system. Now the company that quoted her $8,000 for the setup does not include the equipment, by the way. You still got to buy the equipment. They're not giving you shit. They're just setting it up for you. You know.
Okay.
Of course, they're going to do a much better job in setting it up than what I did. So anyway, I said, listen, this whole setup is going to cost you approximately in the ballpark of because see, I try to go all out. I'm Liberace's underwear.
Yeah.
So I try to go all out. Why have one camera when you can have 8 cameras? I'm that kind of a guy. You know what I'm saying? So I said for you, I mean, you're still going to have 4 guests at a time. So you're going to need one wide angle camera. Then you're going to need a camera for 2 frame. Then you're going to have at least a camera one on yourself and a camera 2 on somebody else that you can monitor, toggle, whatever. So everything is going to cost you the cameras right now. And holy shit, let me tell you something. The cameras right now, the cheapest camera from Canon or Sony is not less than $800.
All right. What kind of cameras are we talking about?
We're talking the Sony ZV, and Canon has an equivalent one like that, which is about $800 with a good lens. It's not a
We'll call it. Slow down.
yeah.
We're talking about the current mirrorless cameras that are
The mirrorless cameras. The mirrorless cameras.
but all the manufacturers, including Nikon and Sony and Canon, they've brought out mirrorless cameras for vlogging.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I recognize the what you call the ZV-99.
Yep. Hold on. Starting a new studio fund. Now this is the place. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun or starting the new studio fund. Need help. How does that sound? Need help?
Yeah.
Need help from the punters. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I think according to what Pasta wrote, he's receiving us in a 5x4 um, format.
Yeah. 480. I don't know
Well,
what's going on.
no, it was 40. You know, it was 480 lines. That was the old TV broadcast standard,
Right, right.
analog TV, where the um,
So I set her up. We sat down. I said, listen, it's going to cost you, right? She goes, uh-oh. What is it going to cost? What do I have to do, Mark? I'm like, oh shit. There we go. Uh, so she did the lunch, and we sat down. We ordered everything, and this is it, man. This is why I love fucking Amazon. We ordered everything before 12 noon on a Thursday.
mhm,
Okay. Friday, coincidentally,
mhm.
Friday by 11 a.m., everything was delivered. 12, we did lunch. 1:30, we got back to the studio. I
Uh-huh.
mean, her studio. And by 5 o'clock, she did her broadcast.
That's cool because what all you did was copy what. See this. You spent a lot of time, and I was there for some of it.
I
Yeah,
did. And she
you
was like,
figured it
"Holy
out.
shit, Mark, you're fast." I listen. What I did was
You just duplicated your setup in her
I
studio.
duplicated exactly. I
Yeah,
just went to my own cart in Amazon.
yeah. It's a good thing this came up when it did because another 6 months you would have forgotten how to
Right,
set it up because
right, right,
that's
right.
my history.
Christina looks good in HD. Oh my God, Christina looks good in HD, SD, everything. 4K. She's just gorgeous. But she's not here today. She will be here next week. And I hopefully Melissa will be here next week. Cheryl will be here next week. I got 5 or 6 girls that they'll be joining us. So it is going to be fun, fun, fun till your daddy takes a T-bird away.
And I'm surprised you haven't mentioned my avatar.
I saw your avatar. Hold on, hold on. We're gonna see. We're gonna. Oh my God, what is that? Hold on, bro. Oh shit, that is a derailed train.
Well, um, after I graduated from Catholic high school,
You
uh,
derailed the train.
yeah, that's in Spain. My friends
Holy
and I
shit.
derailed it. No, we didn't derail it. That is. We were coming back after we got kicked out of the group. That was three. My friends, my two friends and I, we were. I can't go into how we got, but our French teacher from high school set up this trip, and we went after we graduated, and there were about 25 of us, and we managed to piss off our former French teacher, so he kicked us out of the
French, oui,
group.
oui.
Sorry.
I said, oui, oui.
So I mean, you can imagine this was like 1975, right? So can you imagine being
1975.
like 17 years old, and get kicked out of a group that's touring Europe? Okay, you guys are on your own. So we got kicked out in Barcelona, Spain, or Madrid,
Mm,
and so then we decided to go to Toledo, which was a medieval town.
mm,
It happens to be where they have their Spanish military academy, and
mm,
we were on this commuter train,
mhm.
and you can't see it in this picture, but we were going through a tiny little town, and
Man, I can't see
they,
shit
they,
in that
they,
picture.
they switched. Well, this is a scan of a slide,
Oh
you know,
wow.
from 1975. So give me a break.
Mhm.
And the guy they were switching tracks, and then they closed the switch before the last car in the train crossed it.
Hmm.
So we were sitting in the train. All of a sudden, we're we've changed directions, but the track is still going. And this used to happen quite often in Spain. Not
Wow.
derailment, but we were on bigger trains that just stop in the middle of nowhere, and all the locals just they just get off. They have their picnic stuff with them, and they and 3 hours later another locomotive comes by. The Spanish National Railways was, and we had first class Eurail tickets. Eurail passes.
Right, right,
And
right.
so, and so we get on a Spanish train, and we couldn't get on. Every other place in Europe, you get on, you have first class Eurail pass. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
In Spain, they made you go get a ticket.
They said, "Get a ticket, you
We didn't have to pay for the ticket, but we had to wait in line for an hour to get a ticket. And then they sold more tickets than seats, which was also
Mhm.
fun. But yeah,
That's crazy, bro.
yeah. So
That is crazy. So, do
yeah,
you know how much this
Eurail
microphone is
trains.
worth? Huh?
Pardon me?
Do you know
Right.
how much this microphone is?
You told me it was Amazon, so I'm going to guess $29.95.
Fuck me dead. Yeah, it is. It's about 30
Oh,
bucks.
yeah.
36 bucks. No, but don't underestimate Amazon, bro. I mean, Amazon sells everything.
Oh yeah,
This is
but
the phone. This is the phone. It's from a company called Pile, like pile of shit.
yeah. Well,
I'm not,
but
I'm not even kidding with you, man.
that's yeah. We've all bought stuff from Amazon,
Yeah,
and the problem is if you're buying, and I love the names that Chinese manufacturers come up with
yeah.
to sell stuff in English speaking countries.
Hey, that's the coming, man. Hold on, hold on. Oh, holy shit! We got cops. We got sirens. We got sirens. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, here we go. We're back.
And when did the Chicago PD start flying Hueys? Because that was the soundtrack of the Huey.
Oh shit! Hey, I did get a call, and they said, "Hey, Mark, if you're interested, if you are interested, we may we may need your help this summer." I said, "No, thank you.
Uh,
I'm kind of busy with my magazine. I'm kind of busy doing my own shit. You know what I'm saying?"
yeah. Well, that's the problem when you're self-employed. You
Yeah.
never know when you're going to be doing your own shit.
Right. Jeff Bezos is evil. Jeff Bezos, man. I just wish he was not how he is, but he's pretty smart. Incoming, run for the hills. Yes, please. Running for the hills here. Yeah, so she wanted this microphone, man. I said, fuck no. It's not available anymore. It is not available anymore.
Yeah.
It is out of stock. Maybe about the last one.
Mhm.
But God, I love this. I love it. I love it. It's just I'm thinking if I should just have it. If I should have it. Hold on
You
a
know,
second. I fucked
you
it up.
know,
I fucked it up, man. I fucked it up. Hold on. All right.
you can never
Stay.
leave anything alone.
She son of a bitch. I fucked it up. The fuck. Oh, that's all right. God damn. The fuck did I do to this son of a bitch? Oh, it's this thing. It's this thing right here. Yeah. Yeah, it's the ball head. It's the ball head. All right, it's okay. So that's that. And yeah, 30 bucks for this fucking microphone. Works pretty good.
Yeah.
And
What I was going to say about Amazon
Mhm.
is it's a crapshoot because if you're buying something that isn't a brand name,
Mhm.
and you can usually tell by, like I said, you have these Chinese manufacturers that come up with these. Um, uh, they try to be English or American English sounding names for their products, but it it never sounds very good. You could get something that's really good, or you can
Mhm.
get something that's crap, or anything in between. And,
There
and
is you got to be careful on Amazon. I will say this: there are a lot of people after like third party sellers
yeah,
that will sell you counterfeit shit
hmm
in real packaging.
well, I have a Walmart Plus membership, as you know, and I got spoiled. In fact, I'm getting a grocery delivery to my house this afternoon.
Mhm.
I mean, look, my car doesn't have any dents in it.
Right,
It's
right.
21 years old, right? So
Mhm.
that means when I go to a store like Walmart, I park at the very edge of the parking lot. Then I walk in the store, and
Mhm.
I got a super Walmart here. It's 125,000 square fucking feet,
Right,
and then I got to go to the checkout and
right,
wait, or maybe they want me to check out my own stuff.
right.
Screw that. I paid $90 a year, and I get free home delivery.
Mm.
That to me, that's the coolest thing because I can sit on my computer and I do it. They have phone apps, and I've used
Mhm.
those, but I like to be on my 27-inch monitor and I can shop the whole store
I
and just
I,
have the.
I saw that thing. They have a couple of companies out here, Grubhub and all these
Yeah.
hubs. And I don't know. I was in McDonald's or I don't know where the fuck I. Oh no 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 no. I was in that Jamaican place where I got food poisoning.
You didn't tell me it was Jamaican place, man. I know you got. I know you
Well,
had food poisoning.
it was jerk chicken. I mean, I ate there for 6 months, and then one day they
Sure.
served. They were busy, and I'm not holding anything against them. I love the food, but they gave
Gotcha.
me yeah, they just gave me food poisoning, and I never went back. Anyway, the point is, while I was there, this Grubhub guy came right
Huh?
to pick up the food for somebody,
Yeah.
and let me tell you something, man. The moment he entered the restaurant, with the air, the whiff.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy smelled like smelled bad.
Yeah. Well, I can see that. See, because Walmart does use a third party company for the delivery drivers. Okay.
Right, right.
But Cody, Wyoming is not the greater Chicago
Hey,
or Los Angeles.
quick question: is your phone 5G?
Um, well, one of them is because I'm still using an old one. Yeah, but I have a 5G. I have
Yeah,
two 5G
I
phones.
got a fucking 5G phone right here, right here. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm trying to do some live streaming with this son of a bitch, but I haven't had the chance to do it. I just wanted to find out how good the 5G is because the one I use is LTE, which is not 5G.
Well, it
So,
also depends. Are you getting a 5G signal where you're at? Because the
well,
problem
I'm
with
getting
your
well. It says I'm getting 5G everywhere. I drove around with it
no,
the other
yeah,
day.
yeah, Mark. But in your previous studio, you had a problem with reception.
All right, listen. Let's talk about the future studio that I'm trying to move my ass into.
It was to be because you're in your second studio now, right?
My second studio, yeah. Well, we're in the talks. I don't know what the fuck is going to go on, but I'm trying to move in
Same
there.
building or another building?
It's far, far, far away. It's far away. It's far, far away. It is so far away. It is far away, but I like it. The reason why I like it is it's got a big ass fucking garage door, right?
Uh-huh.
And I can pull in
Van.
my van. I can pull in a semi. I
Uh,
can pull in a camper. I can pull in. And what I wanted to do was just pull in my Voodoo
mhm.
Miata, right,
Yeah.
and my motorcycle,
Uh-huh.
and have like a antiquated carpet,
Mhm.
okay, like a big carpet, like a 12 by 12 carpet, right,
Yeah.
and then put some seats around that,
Mhm.
with some podcasting microphones and shit,
Yeah.
and then have my control desk over there and do all our podcasts from there.
Sounds pretty good.
So
What about the rent? Is it more expensive?
Yeah. Well, the rent and move in, that's where I need help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see people begging for Rolexes. I might as well ask some help for to
Oh
move
yeah.
in. Shit. At least it'll be put to good use.
Rolex. Yeah.
Oh
It's
shit,
like,
man.
I told you my experience with beggars.
Please. I want to know. I would
Like,
like to know your
this,
experience with
you
beggars,
know, having,
beggars and e-beggars.
having grown up Catholic, gone to Catholic schools from kindergarten through graduate school,
Yeah.
I found myself in California years ago. Over
California,
30,
California.
40,
Eh?
40 years ago.
Mhm.
California, I think, was, if it wasn't the first, it was one of the first states to have a lottery.
Mm.
So they had a policy.
Right.
And so the first
Oh,
game
fuck.
the first game they had was the scratch tickets, right?
Mhm.
And what happened was, just by the luck of the draw,
Mhm.
there was a convenience store in Hawthorne, California,
Mhm.
sold jackpot winner. Then they
Mhm.
sold another one. They sold another one. And all
Mhm.
of a sudden, they put this store on the news, right, on the local
Mhm.
Angeles news,
Mhm.
and there were lines of people around the block buying scratch-off tickets from this one store in Hawthorne.
Right.
And I was working in Hawthorne and living there, or
Mhm.
living next door in Gardena, and so I drive by the convenience store. Okay, I'll buy a lottery ticket. I park my car, and there's a bum uh, in the parking lot, and he's sitting on the asphalt with his back up against the wall of the store. Hey, can you spare a couple of bucks? I need to get something to eat, And I'm thinking, I'm not going to give him money for booze, right? So I
Right.
go inside, buy my lottery ticket, and on the way out, I still see him there. So I go next door to the Carl's Jr. hamburger place, and I buy him 4 burgers.
Hmm.
Right? I go home, $500 winner on the scratch off.
Holy shit.
And then 6 or 8 months later, different convenience store, different bum.
Mm.
I do the same thing, another $500 winner.
Mm.
And after that, I was looking for bums at convenience stores that sold lottery tickets for a
Right.
while. But twice that happened to me.
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
I tell
So
you, it is nuts. But I am looking for a spot where I can actually drive the car in, because I have a buddy of mine. He has a studio up north. It's so fucking up north. It's like, and he told me, he said, Mark, whenever you want to use it, because
it's
six
so
months
far
out of
north.
the year.
It's in Wisconsin.
Uh, it's not in Wisconsin, but it's like, well, yeah, it's near Wisconsin.
Yeah,
It's still in Illinois. It's like the north. So it's by Waukegan.
yeah,
I'm like, fuck. I'm not gonna drive 2 hours for a fucking show, and the fuck. And the way people are in Illinois, and nobody has no respect for time. They tell you they're going to be there, then they just don't show up. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that fucking thing. When somebody fucking asks me, "Hey, Mark, I need this thing done," I do it. I get it
yeah,
done. You know what I'm saying? And I hate it. I absolutely despise it, dislike it when I ask somebody for something and they take their own sweet time in getting it done, and that pisses me the fuck off.
yeah. But then you get into situations like, well, if if you're paying for something, yeah, then you have a right to demand it gets done in a certain amount of time. If somebody's doing you a favor, that's even worse, because if you're doing a favor, like if you did a favor for me, you'd think, oh, okay, well, Larry needs the favor. Okay, I'm going to do it for him right away. You know, but you can you can have somebody promise you something as a favor, and it's
Right,
not as important to them as it is to you.
right,
And then because it's a favor and it's free, you can't go up to them and say, hey, you promised me you were going to do this, you know.
right.
And so you're left. Just, well, there's certain things. Well, you know what they say. It's like, don't do business with friends.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and the thing
oh,
is that
oh, oh,
it's,
hold on.
yeah,
Hold on. You're right.
yeah,
Oh, hold on. We have our FBI agent over here. The FBI is here. FBI. Hello, FBI. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Pretty good, sir. Have you been knocking down doors, beating heads in?
Oh, you know it. You know
Hey, Shot, what is the FBI motto?
Dickass.
it.
I
Shoot
no,
first.
no, I didn't notice it until Cash Patel was getting confirmed. But it's the letters of the agency. I think it's fidelity, bravery, and integrity, something like that. But I had no idea that the FBI motto was in fact
Hey, how
FBI.
how how many fucking podcasters do you know out there that can have an ex CIA and FBI agent in the same podcast?
Three.
Nobody. I'm the only one.
Uh,
What's up? Long time no see. How's
Uh,
everything?
everything's all right.
Man, I called Christina. I said, "Hey, come on, let's do a show." But she had some work to do. I said, "All right, all right." Because I always ask people at the last moment, like five
no, you never do
for a
that.
show. I'm calling Shot. Hey, Shot, where you at, Shot? You
No,
know,
the worst thing he does. He did it to me today. He texted me yesterday at like 7 o'clock at night. Do a show about 2 o'clock Chicago time. I'm thinking, okay. So today he calls me. Yeah, I'm getting ready, and then he calls me because I was having trouble with my microphone. He calls and texts me at the same time.
I hate texting.
So do
I hate texting from the bottom of my heart. I hate texting. I have on my phone fucking hold on, where's my phone here? Here's my phone, right? So I have on my phone, if I go to my email, how many unread?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have 6,072 emails that I have not read. And guess what? I'm never going to read them. I I have over 800 text messages uh, unread. Guess what? I am never going to read them. I like to fucking call the human being. You know what?
Yeah.
If you
You
are too
always,
busy for that, keep on
if
moving.
if you text somebody and you're texting for to make an appointment or uh, I always follow it up with a phone call anyway. So just forget the text, make a phone
These
call.
people, these people, the younger generation, they're so fucking spoiled.
They're fucked.
Municipal agencies are so fucking spoiled because they have this stupid fucking thing. Excuse my language, everybody. They have this stupid fucking thing called a voicemail, right? Nobody picks up the fucking phone. Many of these fuckers, they're getting paid to do absolutely nothing. And I hope to God one day the Doge comes and checks up on all these municipal fuckers that have their cushy little jobs not doing shit.
Oh yeah, it's
Not everybody's not doing shit. There are people that are working, but there are a lot of sons of bitches that have offices and are not fucking working because they sucked up to the mayor or whoever the fuck he is, and they got cushy little jobs or making big fucking bucks, man, big bucks.
hey. Did you see the
No,
latest? We have a what was that mayor's name? Tiffany. The one that's
Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany Henyard.
did you see we have a Tiffany Henyard clone in Congress in Washington?
Yeah, we have a Tiffany
Oh
Henyard
yeah.
Yeah,
everywhere.
that black chick from Texas. She is trying so hard to be Tiffany Henyard, and she may succeed.
No, it's not a matter of black, white, green, purple,
No,
blue,
no, no,
orange,
no, no,
whatever.
no. What's funny is they're already showing video of her like
Mhm,
from last year where
mhm.
she's speaking very, very professionally in a
Right, right,
almost a mid-Atlantic accent. She almost sounds
right,
like
right,
Cary
right,
Grant. And
right, right.
and then so she decided to become the new AOC.
The
for the
AOC with the
Democrat Party.
AOB.
Because we got a very interesting situation with the Democrat Party being in total disarray.
Right. Oh, the
Look at
Democrat.
what is Newsom doing? He started his own podcast,
Right.
and he's begging to interview conservatives.
Right.
And
Right.
he's trying to paint himself as the conservative option in
Hello?
2028.
Hey, Pasta, this is for you, buddy.
I got one of those.
Pasta's going, I'm using my Motorola back phone. Well, what the fuck do you think this is? Yeah, go ahead.
The brick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
No, that's an ultra classic too. I have one of those.
yeah, it is the fucking
Slim brick, yeah.
this is my Zoom microphone, man. I love this. You know what?
You know,
I can do this. I can do this right here.
you know, it's the advantage of that old style phone.
Yeah.
You could beat the bad guy with it and dial 911.
Oh, you can drive nails with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is so funny when people go, "Oh, digital is so much better than analog." I had one of those ultra classic, phones, and I also had a Mitsubishi bag phone, and that was the best phone I've ever had. Remember the bag phone?
I'm trying to get some stuff that I can put around the studio, you know. So I had a friend of mine called me and said, "Hey, Mark," I was asking him because he repairs Rolls Royces. So hold on a second. Hold on. Oh God, no, I don't want to take this fucking call.
Yeah.
So anyway, he repairs Rolls Royces, and I asked him, "Hey, bud,
You want a grill?"
I want a grill." So he didn't find a grill. He found a part of a grill. It was in a head-on collision.
Yeah.
So the grill is gone. The bottom part. See, the grill of the Rolls Royce comes in two parts. There is the top part, and then there is the grill, and then there's the spirit of ecstasy. He can't find the spirit of ecstasy. He said, "I don't know where the fuck that went, or maybe the tow truck driver took it." You know what I'm saying?
Oh, those things. You're not going to find those laying around.
Yeah.
No.
So,
How much on a current Rolls Royce?
Mhm.
You know how much it costs to put a light underneath? You know how the spirit of ecstasy retracts?
$21,000.
$5,000 for an LED light to
Yeah.
light it from underneath. $5,000.
I think the mechanism to change that whole thing where you grab it and it goes inside is about $21,000.
Yeah.
It comes with the car. If you have it crash, half the insurance companies won't even cover that.
Yeah. It's
Do you know that they total loss even if you have a little fender bender with a Rolls Royce, they total lost the car?
Yeah, well, it depends. It's easy to total rolls because the two things. The parts are really expensive.
I'll tell you why. Just the clear coat, they have 8 layers of clear coat.
Yeah.
Not one. Anyway. So he found a piece. He found a very nice piece.
Yeah.
It says you have the RR Rolls Royce on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to get that thing and I'm going to put it right here, right behind me over here. But the only thing is I got to go and get it.
Yeah, it's I knew a guy back in California who he had a frame repair shop. So if you crashed your car and bent the frame, you would go over there. And he had all the jigs and all the hydraulic
right.
and everything. And then you would take the car to the body shop.
I got a lot of friends in this in the business.
Yeah,
and,
so I was at his shop one day and he had a Rolls Royce, a mid-70s Rolls Royce.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "What do you think this?" He picks up this front brake rotor.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "What's this from?" I said, "It's from a Camaro." He said, "You're right, but it has a Rolls Royce part number on it, so it costs 10 times as much."
Oh yeah.
And Rolls at the time was using turbo hydromatic transmissions.
Right. Well, it's just like there's one of our YouTubers called Video Bob.
Yeah.
And Video Bob, if you're watching this, Video Bob, I love you, bud. You're a good man. He just bought himself. I think he bought himself. I just saw his video. A Lamborghini Urus. Urus. He bought a Lamborghini Urus.
Otherwise known as an Audi Q8.
Otherwise known as the Audi Q8, or otherwise known as the VW Tiguan. They're all
No.
same fucking cars. Not the Tiguan. The one bigger.
Yeah.
The one. The one.
Cayenne.
Cayenne
Well,
or
that was
whatever.
no, but that was no, that was they're not like that anymore. Because you're thinking about the original Porsche Cayennes and the original Volkswagen. What did Volkswagen call theirs? But those had like dual range transfer cases, and they were really off road.
Hey, speaking
and
of
they did it like that for a few years, and now they're just all mall crawlers.
speaking of transfer cases, where we transfer the case for the casing. What's the date today?
26th, I think, 27th.
27th. Huh? Cello. So that is what is going on, man. Shad, how have you been, bro? I haven't spoken to you in ages.
I'm doing all right.
How's family, Shad?
Hanging in there, man.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. You're always in my prayers, bro. I love you. You're a good man. You're a good man.
Thank you.
I almost caught up with you. When was that? I think oh, fuck me dead. Yeah, I woke up like 1:30. No, it was 1:45 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
And
That's because you're getting that age.
besides that derogatory remark that you just made. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, the first
Larry,
thing is.
do you resemble that remark?
So anyway, coming back to the original point of my story, so I turned the phone on, yes, because that's the first thing you do when you walk inside there, and you sit down. What do? You turn the phone on, right? And our buddy, my brother, what's his name? The fucking show, franchise club was on, right?
Yeah.
So and I got to tell you, of all, and I'll say this loud and proud, man. I've seen a lot of YouTubers. I've seen a lot of radio hosts. I've met a lot of radio hosts. You gotta have that command, and that personality in your voice to carry a show on like that. And let me tell you,
what's the name of this podcast?
The franchise club. The franchise club. Curly has
Curly.
I'm telling you, man, he has that thing, and and he's got that command in his voice. That radio thing. Remember when radio was, when radio was fucking radio. So I love listening to that, and he was on, and I said, "Hey guys, welcome." I said something about my saying greetings from Chicago, and then Shot came on, So I was like, "Shit, Shot is up at fucking 2:30 in the morning. You crazy, man? Go back to sleep."
Well, what's sleep?
Yeah. Are you working?
Is that something we need, or we can do without?
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, yesterday I was so tired because the day before I had a very bad toothache, and I had to go see a doctor.
Ooh.
And so the anxiety. So when I have anxiety, I can't go to sleep. All right, it's already getting late. I'm getting fuck, man. They said, well, if you want to see the doctor, you got to be here by 8:00 in the morning because we have a lot of people coming on in. I said, oh fuck. So I got up at 7:00. I was there by 7:30. Waited outside. Got in and out. It was all right. It was all good, but I didn't sleep all day. And on the way back, I had a couple of runs. I had to meet some clients and stuff. And what the thing with me is when I'm tired, I eat. I eat a lot. I don't know why. It's since childhood I've been like that, and I ate so much, and I still But by the time I got home, man, I was so dizzy and I was like bumping heads, and shit. I'm like, fuck, I need to go to sleep. So today I slept real good. I woke up around 11:30 this morning. Yeah, it was a busy day. It was a busy day. I'm trying to revive my other my newspaper, but I think I'm going to go with the video route right now. So that is why I bought this fucking phone over here, so I can do some live streams from different municipal meetings and stuff like that. But I haven't had a chance to try it out. I
Well,
did.
I don't.
I did. Huh?
I don't know about your area, but it was kind of funny in Cody, Wyoming. We get some of the technology early.
Yeah.
Like we had 5G earlier than people I know in Los Angeles.
This
I
this
think I'd like to try it out in a smaller area first, but it's
Because you're in the middle
spotty.
of bumfuck Egypt. That's why.
Yeah. That. Hey. Speaking of
Yeah,
5G,
I'll try it out. It's shot.
hey.
It's easy. It's easier to piss off 10,000 people in Cody, Wyoming, than 1.5 million in LA.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
do you got, Shad? You got 5G?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the question is, but Mark, you're asking the question the wrong way.
Mhm.
If you want to do live broadcasting
Yeah.
from your phone and you're going to be relying on 5G, it depends on where you go, because I got 5G at my house.
Right.
If
Right.
I go 3 miles north, I don't have 5G. I'm back to LTE.
Yeah. Yeah. No. This is in and around local. It's. I'm not going to be in Boondock, fucking
Well,
Illinois.
no, I'm just
You
telling
know.
you. I'm just telling you to check before you decide to
Yeah.
broadcast
Oh no.
live.
I've fucking checked, and I have. I think I have another 20 days, or 15 days before I make up my mind and either keep the phone or just pay the $50 penalty and return the fucking $900 phone.
What
And
kind
I
of
bought
phone
the
is it?
phone. I bought the phone after research, after talking to my fellow YouTubers out here, and God bless them. They all kind of helped me out here, and I was, hey,
What kind of phone is it?
what kind of phone? This one is a S25 Samsung
Yeah.
Plus. It's the Plus.
Yeah, I mean, today a phone is either going to be an Android is going to either be a Samsung or a Google.
Google. I heard a lot of good things about Google. They had the Google Pixel 9.
Yeah, well,
They-
I got 2 Google Pixel 7s for free from Verizon a year
Well,
and a
why
half
don't you send one of them Google Pixel 7s to me or to your brother in fucking Chicago? Why don't you do that? Why don't you put it in a bag with the Ray-Ban 50s and send it over here? Send it over here. Over
Are
here.
you on,
Just
are you on
send it over
Verizon?
here.
Are you
Huh?
on Verizon?
I'm on Verizon. Yeah, actually, this one is Verizon, and this one is T-Mobile.
Uh.
So if you are not using it, saying just putting it out there, for you,
Yeah,
if you're
I got
not
2 of them,
using it.
but I got 2 of them. I got 2 lines, and the only reason is I'm not using
Oh
both
well,
Pixels,
if
so
you
I'm
got
still using.
if you got 2 lines, then it's not doing
Yeah,
me
and,
anything.
and the phone I'm using on that second line now is 2016 model.
Right.
I'm keeping that as long as I
A
can.
very dear friend of mine. She told me last night, Mark, do you use MiFi or Wi-Fi or a portable Wi-Fi? And I don't know what that thing is. I gotta research that thing.
Portable Wi-Fi.
I just bought this fucking
hotspot,
thing so
the
I can
hotspot.
do some live
Oh,
streams.
you're talking
That's
about a
all.
hotspot?
A hotspot.
I think what your friend is talking about. I know you can get this from the telephone providers.
And
You can get
MiFi.
you can get you know it's a little device that operates like it essentially is a phone. It has a phone number, but all it does is transmit data onto the cell network. So I guess you would call it a Wi-Fi hotspot, right, Shot?
That's what I would call it. Yes.
Yeah. So you buy this device. In fact, you buy this device. And it looks like a little modem or whatever. It sits on your desk, and then you can connect your computer or your.
But now they've got it now where you can actually use your phone as a mobile hotspot.
Right.
Yeah. They have
But
that
what
too.
they usually do with that Shot is, like I have 2 lines of unlimited, and it's true unlimited voice and text and watching movies and shit. But they restrict the speed of the You can do it on most phones. I can do it on all my phones, even my 2016 phone.
Well, I
You know, I
didn't
can
say there
just
wouldn't be any drawbacks. I'm just saying that
no,
that's
but the
available.
carriers restrict the speed. You know,
Yes.
so and they restrict it to like, and it's absurdly slow. So unless you pay big bucks,
Well, then Mark ought to be
using,
used to that.
yeah. Well,
What?
Mark's a big spender.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm broke. I am broke, guys. I'm fucking broke right now. I'm broker than broke. They call me King Broke. Okay, that's why I started. I started a fund, right? Starting a new studio fund. Fuckers need help from the punters. I don't need a Rolex.
So
I,
if you get the new studio,
yeah.
how much farther away is it?
If I do get the new studio, or if I do come to get the new studio, and after passing through some hurdles, because there are a few hurdles that I got to pass through, it would actually be not that far. It would actually be not that far.
Okay.
I know you'll find it on fucking. You probably send a CIA drone to look me up, and you'll find it.
No, I'll just call the guys I flew with during the Hells Angels rally in 2006.
Right. Yeah.
No, I know what he'll do.
Well,
He'll
tell
get on
me,
that.
Tell me, darling. Tell me.
Tell us.
He'll do that triangulation thing, and he'll call you and then do the triangulation thing over the internet.
Oh, Larry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. Larry's one of the only guys that knows exactly where I am because I call him and I tell him where the fuck I am.
Well, see,
Shit. That's my big brother, man.
Mark and I have talked so much that we both know each other's habits,
Yeah.
and that's how Google works, when they spy on you and they track your phone.
Yeah.
It's like, Shot goes to a restaurant on Thursdays,
Right.
And
Oh,
he
hey,
goes
let me, hey, listen. Let me tell you how dangerous Google is. Let me tell you how dangerous Google is. So I am coming back home. This was day before yesterday. This is day before yesterday when I was at my friend's not my friend's radio station, but I was at the radio station in Chicago, WLS. You probably heard of it. And over there, I saw a desk. Okay, it was a nice desk, right? It had drawers. It was nice fucking wooden desk with shock absorbers. They got shock. Radio stations, furniture. They have shock absorbers. You know why, right?
Well,
So,
it could be
keep all the vibrations down and people from banging the desk.
Right. There you go. And it had fucking what do you call that thing? Electrical inputs. Like it had USB plug and electrical plug built into the thing, like a fucking work table.
Yeah.
But they were using it at the radio station. So, and I really liked that fucking thing. Now, mind you, before I walked into the radio station, they make you turn the phones off. Mm-hmm. You cannot have your phone on. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You could be Dan Bongino. Your phone is going to be off because it interferes with the AM signal or whatever, or the FM signal. So I had both my phones. Both my phones were off. Okay. Turn them off. When I left the studio from Chicago, both my phones were still off. I forgot to turn them on. I had a friend with me. Are you guys listening?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you both to listen to me very, very carefully.
I'm asleep. Yeah.
Okay. For what I'm about to say. So we left downtown. We left Michigan Avenue in Chicago. And now we're driving and we're talking. Me and my friend is talking. I'm in my van. My phones are fucking off, right? I am talking to my friend about, hey man, remember that table we saw? That table, that big table, the one they use at the radio station, the one that had the shock absorbers, the one that the height is adjustable, you know, because the table could go up, table could come down. It had all these inputs for the electricity. You could clamp on microphones and lights and all this shit. So me and my buddy are talking, right? We're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. So then we're not listening to any radio. I go drop him off at his house. He lives in Hinsdale, Illinois, pretty affluent little town. I drop him off. I jump on Route 83, which is Kingery, and I take Kingery down to, to the Southland. All right, Larry?
Yeah.
So I come home. I relax. I relax, eat food. I said, let me go lie down a little bit. So I go and lie down. I turned. I go lie down, and I said, "Oh fuck! I forgot to turn my phones back on." Okay, you listening?
Yeah.
Okay, I turned my cell phone off. I turned my cell phone. I turned my cell phone on, literally on. Like, you hold the button and the fucking Apple logo comes up, and I turn it on. I get on Facebook because I'm in bed. I'm relaxing. Guess what the fuck I see?
An ad for a table with adjustable legs and shock absorbers.
I am not kidding with you, bro.
Yeah.
I am not kidding with you. So whoever the fuck tells you that when you turn your phone off, it's off, guess what?
Exactly.
It is not off.
Hey, guess what? That's why my business line is on a LG V20 circa 2016, and I'm still using that phone. And I'm going to use it. In fact, I got a new screen for it as a backup, so I can have it changed out when it fails. Because number one, it's got a 16:9 aspect ratio screen. The screen is the same aspect ratio as my monitor at home, but more importantly, the battery is removable. So that was the last premium phone you could buy in the United States with a removable battery, and that means, like, what I do now, like I got to go see my ophthalmologist in a couple of weeks, and he's 143 miles away. Okay,
Right.
So I used to, just for kicks, run the navigation on my phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or when I go to Cheyenne or someplace, just for kicks, run the navigation so I can see my ETA, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that anymore, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are credible reports that when you use the phone app, it says you agree to the terms of the license,
Right.
and we can sell your data to third party. Okay.
Yeah.
You think about this. You're in your van and you're going down I-80.
Right.
And you're navigating.
Mm-hmm.
And that navigation app that you're using for free, because it's a navigation app, and because you're using it as a navigation app, you got your location turned on.
Right.
It means the app knows where you are.
Oh yeah.
How fast you're going.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So you know who's buying that data now? Your fucking insurance company.
Yeah.
When I go next week and a half to see my ophthalmologist, 143 miles away.
Yeah.
I'm only taking my business phone with me.
Right.
I'm taking the battery out of it until I get there.
Yeah.
Let me finish, because a few years ago, it was a nice weekend. I had the Mustang all detailed out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for a drive. I'm going to go drive up into the Bighorn Mountains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I fill up with gasoline in Cody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't run the tank dry, but I stopped. I might as well fill up again. And I stopped at the same brand of gas station convenience store, Maverick.
Mhm.
And my credit card didn't work.
Mhm.
It just worked a little while ago when I
Right.
filled up in Cody.
Hmm.
You know what happened?
What
They,
happened?
it's the Maverick Oil Company, right?
Right.
So when you put your credit card in, will pump in Cody, the
Hmm.
corporate computer knows you're there at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
What the corporate computer had a problem was, how
Right.
the fuck did Larry get to our gas station, 110 miles away in
Right.
45 minutes?
Well,
I was going past this
With
speed limit,
foot, that's how.
and yeah,
let
but
but
the pump at the second Maverick wouldn't give me any gas because it figured I couldn't be in two places, or I couldn't get there that fast. So
They don't know you very well.
how is
it automatically turned my credit card off.
how is I believe that, but what really we're gonna get to you, Pastor. Give me 1 second. What really intrigued me was that I'm a conspiracy theorist. Well, I'm not a conspiracy fucking theorist, but I kind of like I follow it.
I mean,
Kind
excuse
of,
me, except for the moon landing,
yeah,
that term is no longer used. Though
exactly.
after COVID, theorist is not part of that term.
Yeah, whatever. So
Are
anyway,
real
but
conspiracies out there.
I do now. Oh God damn it! I just love holding this fucking microphone like this. Hold on, man. This you got to watch this. Just holding the microphone like this. You know what I'm saying? You know who else used to hold a microphone like this?
I don't want to know.
George Michael in the video
Yeah,
tape. When he wore the Ray-Ban
Ray-Ban
goddamn
RB50. Yeah,
glasses, he would hold
generals.
the fucking microphone. He would hold the fucking microphone like this.
So,
Anyway,
but you got to tell the full story. When you keep begging me for my Ray-Ban
yeah,
generals,
yeah.
you always leave out. You had a pair of Ray-Ban generals.
I did have
Your father bought you a pair of Ray-Ban
the
generals.
only reason I
Well,
want
what did you do to your Ray-Ban generals? You fuck.
I lost them.
You
And
fuck.
I lost them. I lost them fucking 30 years ago.
I bought two pairs new in 1987, and I still have both.
I lost them 30 years ago, and it was something. Listen to me. It was something my dad bought me, and it just kind of reminds me of my father more. And yeah, man, that's the whole story. But anyway, coming back to this,
But you lost yours. That's the part I wanted to bring up.
yeah, I lost mine, man. I wish I had it, but I'm still hoping one day I would open up the mailbox and get a little box in there,
Hey,
and
but
in that box,
the only reason I still have both pairs is because when I moved up here, I bought a Fort Knox safe for my house, and that's where they've been sitting.
and then this is what I'm thinking. One of these days, somebody's going to
They're
take
in the
that
will.
thing, take that thing out of the Fort Knox case, put it in a bag, wrap it up real good, and send it to his long lost brother in Chicago, fucking Illinois. But anyway, listen, coming back to this,
They're in the will.
I was, I
Yeah.
was I was so fucking amazed that even though I had both my phones completely turned off,
Yeah.
okay, I spent 40 minutes because once I like something, I like to talk about it over and over and over and over. And man, I was getting fucking talking to my buddy. And then when I get home, an hour and a half later, I turn my phones back on. I go on Facebook, and the only thing I see, I mean, every second ad was about that table. And I actually,
this is on top of what's been happening normally. I mean, years ago, my friend Mike and I, we experimented. We would email each other using Gmail.
Right.
Hey, Mike, what do you know anything about sprinklers? I have a Rainbird sprinkler system.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd say, well, I have this other brand. And then all of a sudden we'd both be getting ads for sprinkler parts, sprinkler systems. And then we send him an email. Hey, have you seen the new Maserati? Got an ad for Maserati. And then
Right, right.
you read the license agreement for Gmail, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what it says in there, it says anything you put through Gmail, we can read and we can use.
Right, absolutely.
No. Just think about that. I know people, like, for example, in real estate, I wouldn't do business with a broker who used PDF your contract and sent it to me at my Gmail address. I said, no. There's no privacy anywhere, and and you probably know about this. This goes back a few years. What's really crazy is when you're a bad guy and you're a felon or you're on parole or you're out on bail on a felony. They'll slap an ankle monitor on you to track you, right?
Right.
What does that need? To do that, you need a judge to order it. Google can do it to anybody, okay? And I remember back in the days when the ankle monitors were rather new.
Right.
Somehow, and this happened more than once in the United States, somehow the tracking data got out in the wild. And a wife found out that her husband was cheating on her.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
And this was on a court-ordered, ankle monitor.
Right.
And I remember a few years ago, I had a local state representative. She had a great idea. And this is in Wyoming, right? Yeah, that's my great idea. I heard they're doing this in Oregon. We're going to put trackers on everybody's car, and we're going to charge them for registration fees based on how many miles they drive.
Holy fuck!
And and everybody I knew was complaining about this. Is how stupid people are. Everybody was complaining. Well, like my friend and client who's into hunting. Well, you're going to charge me for driving on BLM land? Fuck you.
Right.
I'm saying, that's not the
hold on. Please explain what BLM land you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Bureau of Land Management.
There you go. Bureau of Land Management.
Yeah. So you can't charge me for driving on public land. And people are saying, well, how much are you going to charge me per mile? And I'm screaming, that's not the point, you idiots.
Right.
The point is you don't want the government to know where you are or where your car is 24 hours a day.
Well, let me get that back to that point over there. So this is the table. You guys want to see the table?
Yeah. Well, we'll see the ad for the table.
No. This is the table that I ordered last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, hold on.
We saw the feet.
Yeah. You saw the feet there. Hold on. Fuck me dead. No, it's not working. Anyway, listen. Allstate. When I had Allstate, they said, "Hey, can you download our app?" Hold on.
Oh.
Can you download our app? And I will. You will get a $10 discount in your monthly bill, and depending on your driving, you will get perks, and the whole 9 yards. I said, shit. I forgot. I fell for it, right? So I downloaded it. This was 2 years ago. So one day my friend comes. The first month it was all good, right? They gave me $10 off here, $5 something credit, whatever. And then my buddy came and he said, "Hey Mark, how about I pick you up, and then we go to the Autobahn and test out our car."
Yeah.
I said,
hold it. Now I'm gonna play Mark.
Yeah.
You have to tell people that Autobahn is a private racetrack.
Yeah. It's a private racetrack in Joliet, Illinois.
And people can buy condos and live there with their cars.
Yeah, we're actually me and our host. We're going to be doing a show over there. I'm in the talks with the people. So anyway, I said, all right, that's cool. Let's do it. So I had my phone with me. Now, mind you, I have the phone with me that has that Allstate app, right? It's called the Allstate Safe Driving app.
Yeah.
It should be it anyway. So my buddy comes, I open my door, I get outside, I say, holy shit, that is a GT3 RS.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow I squeezed my fat ass into the car. Of course, my balls were crushed because it is so tight. That car is so fucking tight. It's unbelievable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're driving. We get on I-80. Hey, he opens that fucker up, right? It's a GT3 RS, man. We're done.
Yeah.
We get to the Autobahn. We spend a majority of the day just going around the circuit. He wasn't going to. He's not going to take a $317,000 car around the circuit. You know, he wants to enjoy his car. So what they do is they open up one day where you can bring your Ferrari, your exotic cars, whatever.
Yeah, test and tune.
Yeah, whatever. You know, you can drive around as many laps as you want. It's like $500, something like that. You know, it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, and they have an ambulance there and a crash
Yeah,
truck.
they have a medevac helicopter. They have everything over there.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think actually they also have a little Joliet Fire Department substation. They allowed them to have it over there too, because it'll be much faster. So anyway, in the evening, he brings me back home. The whole month passes away. The next month, my bill goes up by $35.
Yep.
Yeah, my bill goes up by $35, and all the credits that I had were gone, and I got like 17 warnings. In a way where I was getting safety requirements, safety topics on the disadvantages of driving fast, the dangers of
And
driving
the fucking
fast.
thing is,
I'm like, hold on.
that app had the technology to know how fast you were going. It also had the technology to know exactly where
Well,
you
it
were.
was tracking how fast my phone is going. I'm like, wait a minute. So I called my rep, right? I said, wait a minute, what the fuck is all this? He said, yeah, I'm looking at the data. Mark, what were you doing? I said, data. I said, I was in my friend's car. My app was on my phone. My phone was up my ass. And that's what you guys saw. That was not me. Now you try explaining that to the insurance company. I said, I said, well, what's the go around? He said, well, you can just delete the app and you will lose your $10 credit. I said, fuck the $10 credit. Fuck the $10 credit. I'll delete the fucking app. So I deleted the fucking app.
You know, because a few years ago they started that with they actually had a plug-in device that you would have to plug into your OBD2 port that did the same
I hated
thing.
that shit. I hated that shit.
And then there was another one. Let me think for a second. Progressive Insurance. You know those guys, right?
Yeah.
We're familiar with Regressive. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys familiar with Progressive and laser guns?
I don't know about laser guns, but I know what you're talking about. Progressive. I hated them.
They invented laser guns to use as traffic control devices or.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Okay. They couldn't sell any of them. Okay.
Right.
Because and Schott knows all about signal propagation. You get an X band, K band, or KA band radar, and the signal goes out like if you dropped a rock into a pond. It goes out in a wave and it gets bigger and bigger. So a cop can have a radar gun mounted on his car, and he can be sitting at the side of the road eating a donut, not paying attention, and he has his radar gun, his radar set to alert him at 54 miles an hour.
Right.
Beep, beep, beep. Oh, okay, I'm going to catch that guy. A laser gun, you have to shoot like a rifle. You
Right,
have
right,
to aim at a specific car.
right,
And no
right.
cop wanted to do that.
Mm.
Okay. So, and I forget the manufacturer at the time, but they were going out of business. So here comes Progressive Insurance, right? And what do those motherfuckers do? They buy the company.
Right.
And then, you know what step 2 was?
Mm.
Hello, police chief in Dayton, Ohio. Hello, police chief in Cody, Wyoming. Daryl Gates, police chief in LA. How would you like some free laser guns?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
you have to do
Hell
is
yeah!
all you have to do is promise to run them at least 12 hours a day.
There you go.
So they were fucking their own insureds. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it is a, you know.
How do you like the table? Now this is not exactly the table, but this is a table which is I would say 90% similar to what I saw.
So first of all, the table you bought, what are the dimensions of the top?
The dimensions at the top are 60 inches wide by 24 inches. 24 by 60.
Okay, and you're going to use the table for?
I'm going to use the table for the equipment.
That narrows it down. Well,
You know what I'm saying? So see how this table is?
Well, I can see the top of the table with your
Yeah,
hand waving.
this table will be replaced. This table will be replaced because
Okay.
I do have a 32-inch curved monitor that I want on here, so I can have that. I have a new command module that I'm putting over here. Then I'm going to have a separate ATEM. What do you call that thing? Casing that I'm going to put over here. That is going to be controlled with 2 USB fans to keep it cool. So I need space.
You know, so somehow I have the song. What is it? Commander Tom. It's stuck in my head right now.
Major Tom.
Major Tom. There we go.
What is the title of that song, though?
Ground control to Major Tom.
But that's not the name of the song.
David Bowie.
I thought that was Elton John.
I think it was David Bowie. I think so.
No, it was Elton John.
So. You know, I do want to say that over the last couple of days, I have met some of the most stupidest people that ever came out of the vagina. Seriously, honest to God, I'm not even kidding over here.
Are you sure that's where they came from?
I don't know where they came from, but they came out of somewhere. They're the most stupidest
let me give
motherfuckers.
you a quote from Don Rickles. Did you hit the wall when you were born?
Did you hit the wall before you were born? Hey,
No,
speaking of,
you were born.
hold on. Speaking of walls, I don't know if pasta is still around. Gas prices in Pennsylvania, $3.19. Chicago, well, over here it's $3.54. What about you, bro?
Okay, wait. Are you talking about regular or premium or what?
Regular.
All right. Well, I buy. I'm going to say they're probably the same, but don't take my word for it because I always buy premium, and I buy 100% gasoline, no ethanol premium because I can get it here. So premium 100% gasoline is $3.60.
My
regular is about $3.19 or $3.20.
Oh my God! Speaking of, where is that? I miss my car. I miss my car so much. I miss it. I miss my
right
baby.
Now, if you want the old cheapo,
huh?
If you want the El Cheapo gas, it's $2.67.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's cheap. Hey, speaking of, I'm hungry now. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to come to an end of this fantastic chit show that we had, where we talk about everything and absolutely nothing at all. Nothing makes sense here. Nothing is real. Everything is an illusion. It's a, it's a fugazi, whatever. You know?
What you talking about,
It's
Willis?
wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. Oh man, I'm
I
having too
will
much
say
fun
this,
today.
Terry.
I am so fucking tired. That was Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street. Remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna call it a day. We had a good 2 hour, or not? We had a good hour and a half show with my two wonderful brothers. Holy shit! Look who's joined us. Hello, Pasta. How
Holy
are you?
shit.
Yo, what's
There it
happening?
is.
None much, brother. How's everything with you?
Good. Just got
What
off
is
work.
going down in the real world?
Oh, just got off work trying to get home.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Hey, I got a question. You're on your phone. You're streaming on your phone, and you're talking to us. Are you using 5G?
Yeah, I have 5G. I heard you talking about that. You got to be careful about 5G because the LTE. I mean, we got fed a bill of goods with the 5G.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not as fast as you might think. When they first advertised it as being like 8 or 10 times faster than anything else that we knew, that was a
Right, right.
different form of 5G compared to what we have on our phones. So
Mm.
LTE, they say, is just a slightly bit slower. And when you use 5G, it kills your battery and it kills some of your time on your phone compared to the LTE. So
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Pasta because when they were first selling 5G, it was like, okay, when we get 5G implemented, you won't have to have any wires running to your house. No fiber optic cable for your high speed internet. Everybody can have high speed internet, like 1 terabyte per second, with a 5G connection. We can put everybody on 5G towers, instead of their cable hookups, and that never
Mm.
came to pass either.
yeah,
Mm.
so we got sold a bill of goods in the
Yeah,
beginning because they were saying,
the whole
we're gonna have
bandwidth.
you're gonna have automated cars now because of it, because the 5G
Yeah,
is so much faster. And that's
Right,
true,
right,
but it's not the form for what we're using for cellular service. That's what
yeah.
right.
they lied to us about. So we all went out and got 5G phones. You know what I mean? And that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
So
I still have to test my 5G phone.
gotcha.
I haven't tested it. I'm walking around carrying it shoved up my ass,
What
but
you
I
may
haven't
want
really
to do,
tested
Mark.
it.
Well, it should
Uh,
automatically switch around to either the 5G or LTE. Did you,
I don't want to switch to LTE. I already have an LTE phone. The reason why I
No.
bought
You're not listening, Mark.
yeah,
No, I
what?
should do it
Pasta said
automatically. Yeah.
your phone will switch automatically from LTE to 5G.
My phone, the one I have, doesn't have 5G. It
Oh,
is not
okay.
a 5G phone.
Okay.
So I bought a 5G phone not to make calls, not to call anybody and ask them, "Hey, bud, how you doing?" No, I didn't buy the phone for that. The reason why I bought the phone was so I can go to these goddamn sons of bitches at municipal meetings and fucking use this for live streaming.
Yeah, but what Pasta and I are trying to tell you is
Yes, sir.
until
Yes,
you take that phone to a
yes, sir.
fucking meeting and you look at the phone, and if the phone says 5G, you got 5G.
Yeah, you're right.
But the phone could show you LTE, and you're
If the phone, and that's exactly my point. If the phone starts showing me LTE, I'm taking this phone straight back to Verizon and telling
well.
them to take it
What
and
you
sell
may
it.
want to do is because go to VerizonWireless.com
Yeah.
and look at the coverage map because they're really good at the coverage map.
Okay.
when
Yeah.
you
Well, in the
zoom
coverage
in,
map, it shows
you,
all 5G.
I think
zo-
Mark, at the end of the day, you're going to be disappointed because
yeah,
the LTE, when it switches between the two, my LTE is just as good, just as clear than any 5G that shows up. And 5G only comes in certain locations where I live. You know what I mean? Because of the towers.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
Same
what I'm
way
trying
here.
to tell. That's what I'm trying to tell Mark. Because if I go on Verizon on the coverage map and I'm looking at it, when it first comes up, my whole town is 5G.
Yeah.
When I zoom
Well,
in,
no.
when I
Here,
zoom into the block level,
yeah.
that's when I see my house isn't covered.
Here's here's the thing, guys. I know. The only way I can test it is by actually putting it through test. How I judge things is I actually put them through test. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, hey, it's
Good.
going back.
And then the other problem with 5G is they're still implementing it, so it may not work today, but it'll work next week at the same
Yeah, but hey, listen, guys, I got to bring this thing to an end because I gotta go. I gotta run. I want to thank Pasta. I want to thank Shot. I want to thank Wyoming Studio, and I want to thank myself in Chicago for fucking coming on here. It was a beautiful show today. We are working. I do have a couple of appointments that I have to get through, but we are going to hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but we are going to come
that whole
and
box sounds like shot.
yeah, hold on. We are going to come and do regular shows probably in about 2 weeks. I will have some guests in the studio. We will be broadcasting live from other places, right? And yeah, it's going to be super cool. What I am trying to do, and I'm going to talk to my wonderful, awesome host of our shows, is if we can do a live broadcast while we are on location, and I think that will be a perfect test for this thing. So I'll probably put this on another gimbal and let it work from there. But guys, I love you, Pasta.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming on, and I will see you soon, my brother. Hey, Justin Thompson, just in time, brother. We're just getting off air, but we'll catch you next time. All right, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. I love you.
Good evening,
I
See you,
love
everybody.
you
everybody. Yep.
all.
See ya. See ya.
All right, bye bye. Take care, guys.
Thank you for watching Producer Mark's YouTube channel, coming to you live from Chicago. We want to welcome you to our morning talk show where our viewers can come and hang out or jump on the live stream and be part of the show. We cover a wide range of topics and no two shows are alike. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel, smash the like button and share our videos.